Listening is one of the strongest commodities that anybody can have in life. Hear me out on this one. So, I was observing a conversation between two people, and this was in my workplace. And it was your typical conversation about, dare I say, frivolous things. They were talking about, small talk, what I did on the weekend, that kind of stuff. One person started talking, saying about how things were going, and then the other one interrupted them. And then the other one proceeded to interrupt them. And then the cycle kind of continued. I looked at that and it occurred to me, I was like, none of you guys are actually listening to each other. One is taking the time to say what they want to say. The other one pauses, waiting for an opportunity for them to say what they want to say. And there isn't an active conversation or any form of communication that's going on at that point. It kind of made me think of a bigger sort of question, like, how much do we actually listen to each other when we're engaging in conversations? I saw this one study one time that said you only listen to about 25% of what the other person is saying. And that's incredibly low if you think about it. I think this is where a lot of miscommunication happens, even in intimate relationships between the spouse, between parents and offspring, between friends. Because if you're engaged in a conversation and you're not actively listening, then there is no possible way that you can understand what the other person is trying to say. You're going to end up in situations where there's miscommunication. Now, as a result of that, people become offended, feelings get hurt, tempers rise, voices raise, and then it ends up being something that it doesn't need to be. What I've learned in my life, and this is a work in progress, is it's very important to listen to what the person who's speaking to you is actually saying. And on that point, respond exactly to what they're saying when there's an opening. And in many times, I've already got my predetermined response in my brain and I want to just go with that. But that's not communication. And that's not how people feel understood. As humans, we all crave to feel understood. The next time you have a conversation with someone, try to actually listen to what they're saying. We have two ears and one mouth for a reason. Sometimes the best form of communication is by not actually speaking at all and allowing somebody else to feel heard. We all want to feel appreciated. We all want to feel like somebody values the things that we're saying. And in order to value what somebody's saying, you have to engage, you have to be present. And being present means actively listening to them. That's all I got.